Let's kick it. Ice, ice, baby. Hi, fans. Welcome to this edition of Inside the Igloo, an inside look into the Jacksonville Icemen hockey team. And we continue with our guest here as we are well in the month of July. It's the signing season for ECHL teams. And one of the newest additions to join the Jacksonville Icemen is going to be one of the newest players, and that is forward Abbott Girduckis. He joins us here on the segment. Abbott, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Not a problem. And I know the fans are definitely excited to have you on board. Really, when you look at your young career, you're going into your second year. You had a pretty solid rookie campaign with the Toledo Walleye, a great organization, a great program, great place to play. But as fate would have it, your rights got traded to Jacksonville. You signed with Jacksonville, and then you're coming to another place that's well supported, another good program. Just want to get your initial thoughts on changing scenery this year and heading to sunny Florida.
Yeah, no, originally, it's the first time in trade, so originally I had mixed feelings about the whole trade, but now I'm excited. I'm really excited to get going. It'll be a new spot for me, but I have some familiar faces down there. I know Zach Holland was there last year. He's from my hometown, Belleville. My roommate, Alex Brown, was one who got traded at the deadline, so he'll be there too. And sounds like Jake had another local guy from Belleville, a friend of mine, might be there as well. So it'll be a new spot for me, but I'll have some familiar faces. And after talking with people in the organization too, it sounds like it's a great spot to be. So I'm excited.
You know, you got the news that when did you find out the news that your rights had been traded? I know the trade happened at the deadline there with Emerson Clark going to Toledo. Alex Crom came. There was a future considerations part of the deal. You were part of that. When did you find out, and how was it presented to you, and when you got the news?
Yeah, I just got a call from Dan Watson, the coach in Toledo. I guess maybe an hour before they announced it, the trade happened. So that was mid-June, I believe. So yeah, he just let me know that I was the guy that Jacksonville picked up as a future consideration. It's the way the business goes, but yeah, I'm excited that they wanted me, and excited to go join them.
You talk about a great hockey market, and that's Toledo, and obviously they've got a great program, packed house every night. It can be a little cold, so excited to change in the parkas for flip-flops to the rink, for practices and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be nice. I'm also a big golfer too, so they got some nice golf courses down there. So it'll be a lot better outside of the rink, and I'm sure the atmosphere inside the rink down there is a lot of fun too.
Yeah, without question. Obviously the big crowds come to Jacksonville as well. A very passionate fan base, and they're very excited. And of course, we'll get to some of the fans' questions. It's always awesome to get their thoughts on things. And one of the questions we got, and I'll get to that in a second. It kind of leads into it because obviously you were acquired by the team, your rights, but you still had to agree to sign with the team. And so when we look at some of the questions that we received, we got one from on Twitter from TV Joe 12, and he said, "Did the fact that the team, the Icemen hosting the All-Star game, play a part in you signing with the team this year?"
Honestly, no, it didn't. I just after talking with people in the organization, it sounded like a great spot to be, so that's why I signed. But having that as well is going to be a cool experience. I think it'll be new for the organization, but also for me. I've never been a part of that, and I guess as the host team, we get to be a part of that. So it'll be cool to be there, and I guess it's a fun few days of the All-Star break there.
Now, being part of the Icemen means you are an All-Star right off the get-go, because the format is going to be the Icemen team against the ECHL All-Stars. I don't know if you knew that. Some of the guys that I've talked to didn't even know that was happening, but you're an All-Star this year, and obviously it's a chance to kind of be part of a nationally televised game. It's got to be somewhat intriguing.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah, it's interesting how the East Coast does that, how they include the host team in no matter what, because all the players get to play in it. So it'll be cool to be a part of that, and I'm excited.
When you look at your rookie campaign, talked about it, you put up good numbers. I always ask the guys that come out of college. You went to RIT, and I always ask the college guys about the transition from the collegiate game to the pro style game. Seems as if you adjusted pretty well based on your numbers last year. But your thoughts on what adjustments you did have to make, going up that professional style of play.
Yeah, well, it was a bit of a jump. Luckily, I got to play in about 7 games after my college season ended during my senior year, so that gave me a taste of it heading into my season last year. So the big jump was just a little bit faster, a little better execution. Guys are stronger, and I felt like I was ready for that. The biggest transition, I think, was going from a 3 or 4 game schedule in college to 70-game schedule in the pros. I know I got cut short last year, but it still was pretty condensed with 3 to 4 games a week. So that was the biggest transition, is keeping your body in shape, trying to stay ready for every game.
Yeah, I asked that question, and that's really the big, almost 100%. You hear it's the more games, and obviously playing like the 3 and 4s, the 3 and 3s. But obviously in college you play more of that weekend schedule. But you're right, it's definitely a big workload, and everybody has that agreement. And was that a tough for you? I mean, obviously just having to get your body prepared for something like that. Did you have to adjust to that as well, having to play those 3 and 3s and those 4 games and 5-day slates?
Yeah. So there was a lot of prepping, a lot of mobility stuff, trying to just stay healthy, because you get those 3 and 3s, 3 and 4s. Takes a toll on your body, and then you got 1 or 2 day rest where you got to go back and do it again. So there's a lot of rest time and a lot of mobility stuff rather than I guess weight training you do in college, because you have to get 5 days off in between games. So yeah, it was an adjustment period, but I learned through my first year and looked up some of the older guys that have been there before, and yeah, I think I've got a grasp on what I need to do.
So going into your second year, obviously we talked about the rookie year. You adjusted well. Now you're going to the second, your second year pro spot there as well. What are some things that you want to work on this year and accomplish? Any personal goals as far as really as it pertains to your game?
Yeah, I mean, I felt I had a pretty good year. I want to be a little more consistent throughout the whole year, which comes with learning how to be ready for each game, that active schedule. Maybe a little more dynamic offensively. I'd like to keep improving on that, which I'm hoping to do. I've been working on that this offseason, and yeah, obviously I'm in the game to keep developing and get to the next level. So as much as I love to be in Jacksonville, I also love that I well enough to keep climbing the ladder and make it up. So those are my goals for this year.
Well, you got a taste of the next level last year as well. You got some games in with Cleveland. I think you got 9 games in there, and obviously how did that go for you? Again, we talk about adjustments. You're going from college to the ECHL, then you have to make that ECHL AHL jump. But it seems as if a lot of the guys in ECHL, I mean, they recognize the speed's a little bit different. The passes might be a little crisper at times, but I think you find a lot of the ECHL guys can fit in and kind of just jump right in there after a slight adjustment.
Yeah, it was good. It was good to get that experience with Cleveland. I was there for a few weeks, 9 games, I believe. So it was good to get my feet wet, so to speak, and I'm just going to grow on that, know what I need to do with my game to improve and excel at that level if I get another chance. So yeah, it's definitely another jump up once you get there, but like you said, it's definitely doable for a lot of guys. So I see where I can fit in, and I just got to try and get that opportunity again.
Well, let's get to some more of the fan questions, because some of it pertains to your game. We have Marianne McDonald on Facebook, and basically what she's getting at is she wants to know really what kind of player are you? Do you play the game kind of the honest way, and do you get involved with any stuff back behind the play? Are you a dirty player behind the play?
No, no, I'm not that player. I don't know. I know some guys like that behind the scenes stuff, but I've never been into that. I'm more of like the offensive playmaker type of guy. I try to play both ends of the ring, but no, I'm not a cheap shot guy behind the scenes. I know the fans like watching that sometimes, but fortunately, I've never had that in my game.
All right. Well, another question on Facebook from Nina Toe. She wants to know, what strengths do you think you will be able to bring to the team, and what areas are you looking to improve upon? I know you kind of touched a little bit about what you like to improve on going your second year, but she wants to know what strengths you're going to bring.
Yeah, so I like to be like a two-way forward who's responsible on my own end, but also obviously it's fun to contribute offensively. So I like to be able to contribute defensively on the PK, and then as I said, trying to be a little more dynamic offensively and be one of those contributors for the team. So I think both ends of the rink, I can help the team out, and that's what I'm looking forward to doing.
Well, another question from Facebook. Scott Stepanyuk has a pretty simple question, the hard-hitting one. Opposing goalies stink. True or false?
I don't know. That's kind of a tough one. I don't like to think they stink because they stopped me a bunch last year, but no, there's some good goalies in the league. I'll say that's false.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you don't want to give them any juice or boost before every game. Oh, I'm gonna stop him next time. All right.
Yeah.
I have one more question here that we got. This one on Twitter from John at John Hart. He says, "Do you have any nicknames?" So, Abbott, what is your nickname?
Yeah. So I have a couple. Usually go with Gertie, which is short form of the last name, or Ducky, but my brother's taking the Ducky one, so I usually go with Gertie. That's my nickname.
Now you got a brother, Aiden, right? It's playing college hockey right now.
Younger brother Aiden, yeah, he was at Robert Morris. He's not there anymore, but yeah, he went there and played some college hockey. And he's no longer doing that, but he's doing his other business ventures on the side now. So yeah.
Very nice. Now, anytime I find out a guy's got a sibling that was kind of close in age, how competitive was it when you guys were probably playing hockey against one another in the street, or just in general? Was it competitive in the household between the brothers?
Oh yeah, 100%. Growing up, mace sticks, road hockey, whatever it was on the ice, it was competitive. It was a lot of fun. Then we pushed each other, and that's part of the reason we got to the levels we did. So yeah, it was fun growing up playing against each other.
Did you have any influences, for your hockey games? Is there anyone you model your game after? Was there a player that maybe you watched growing up that you're like, you try to adopt that style, or just any influences, whether it even be a coach at the youth level, anyone that kind of influenced you in your game today?
I mean, there was a lot of people who influenced me along the way, and my dad was a big part of it right from the start. He never played at a high level, but he understood the game and would teach me to do the right things, and that's why I try to be responsible all over the ice. As far as players I looked up to, some of my favorites were like the Icemen and Sakic's back in that era. I just think they're good players that played that style as well. They're responsible all over and very fun to watch too. So yeah, sort of tried to model my game after them. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that group. That's no doubt about that. It's an elite group, right? Have you had a chance to talk with Jason Christie, the head coach here in Jacksonville?
Yes, I had a couple conversations with him. He seems pretty excited about the year. I know it's still up in the air when things are going to start with everything going on, but I know he seems excited about the team he's bringing in next year, and I'm excited to be a part of it. It sounds like we're going to have a good team, and we're going to push for it this year.
Yeah, there's no doubt the team really second half of the year, just things started to come together. And they were definitely playing their best hockey, and I think there's a lot of momentum to be built from that heading into this year. Obviously, got cut short just as things were getting good, but I think it's something a lot of the guys that are returning are looking to build upon it. When you talk about the season being cut short and everything happening with COVID-19, and has it affected anything that you've done in this summer as far as preparation for the season? I mean, I know sometimes getting access to gyms and those types of things can be a little difficult because they're closed or you don't have access to them. What have you been doing really during this whole time? Maybe just personally, just occupy your time, but also from a standpoint of getting prepared for the season.
Yeah, it started out water running, biking, and just doing body weight stuff because couldn't get in the gym. But luckily, I went down to Rochester in May there when things were starting to open up in the States. And I got into the gym, got some ice in June. It opened up ice, so I've been training and stuff, almost back to normal as I usually would, which has been nice. As far as killing time outside of that, I've been doing more like golfing, which I love to do. So I'm happy that that's an option here during everything that's going on. So it's been a lot of golf and training. That's about it this summer.
Well, awesome. Well, Abbott, I know that everyone's excited to have you. I know the organization is, the fans as well. But we appreciate you spending a couple minutes today just to kind of catch up and let the fans get a chance to get to know you here. But we look forward to it. And until then, enjoy the rest of your summer, all right?
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Not a problem. All right. That's Abbott Girduckis, one of the newest members of the Jacksonville Icemen here on our Inside the Igloo segment. I want to thank everybody who submitted questions on our social media channels. Obviously, we're going to have plenty of segments ahead in the future, and we'll prompt you for those questions come up a little bit. But in the meantime, stay safe out there, everyone. Been your host, Alex Reed. Until next time.
Let's kick it.